Paris. The name alone conjures images of romance, art, maybe a cliché or two involving the Eiffel Tower. But peel back the layers of the city that everyone thinks they know, and you'll find another Paris entirely. A city of private mansions hidden behind massive courtyard doors, of quiet dinners where history is made, and of a lifestyle so lavish it's practically invisible. This isn't the Paris you see on a long weekend. This is a world of incredible wealth, built on generations of power and an almost religious devotion to good taste. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on its most exclusive circles, where life isn't just lived, it's composed. So, where does this all happen? In Paris, your address isn't just a location, it's your entire backstory. The true elite, both old money and new, cluster in a handful of ultra-exclusive arrondissements. Forget the charming chaos of Montmartre, we're talking about the hushed, grand elegance of the 6th, 7th, and 8th arrondissements. Here, imposing Haussmannian buildings line wide, tree-lined avenues, their ornate balconies overlooking the city. But the real trophies are the hotels particulars, private mansions, often invisible from the street, tucked away behind unassuming stone walls. These aren't just homes, they're ancestral seats of power, stuffed with priceless art and centuries of secrets. The Parisian luxury real estate market is its own beast. While average prices in these areas hover around €14,000 to €19,000 per square meter, the truly exceptional properties are in another stratosphere. In the Golden Triangle of the 8th arrondissement, apartments can trade for €20,000 to €30,000 per square meter, with the most unique mansions fetching even more. Of course, you can't talk about Paris without talking about the very soul of its luxury, haute couture. For the world's super rich, Paris is a fashion pilgrimage. For the Parisian elite, it's just personal shopping. This isn't about swiping a card on the Champs-Élysées. It's about private appointments at Place Vendôme, where high jewelry is presented in secret, velvet-lined salons. It's about attending Paris Fashion Week not as an influencer, but as a top client whose opinion actually matters. The Fall/Winter 2025 season was a perfect example, a major moment of change for legendary houses. It marked Demna's final collection for Balenciaga before Pierpaolo Piccioli took the helm, and was the last season for Chanel's in-house team before Mathieu Blazy's highly anticipated debut. The elite were there to witness it all from the front row. The ultimate luxury, though, is commissioning a bespoke piece. Every look that graces the couture runway is made to measure, a collaboration between client and creator that can take hundreds of hours of work, resulting in a wearable piece of art. So, what's a typical Tuesday like when money is no object? Life becomes a series of curated, effortless moments. The day doesn't start with an alarm, but with a personal assistant managing a schedule that was finalized weeks ago. Getting around isn't a frantic metro ride, it's a chauffeured car that glides silently through the ancient streets. Leisure isn't just for the weekend, it's a daily art form. It might be a private, after-hours tour of Napoleon III's apartments at the Louvre, long after the crowds have been herded out. Or maybe a quiet wine tasting in a private cellar that's older than most countries, followed by dinner at a Michelin-starred temple of gastronomy like Le Jules Verne, which has its own private elevator up the Eiffel Tower. Evenings are for exclusive, members-only clubs or intimate soirées in the hidden gardens of their historic homes. Every moment is meticulously planned to be seamless, private, and utterly perfect. The lifestyle of the Parisian elite isn't about flashy logos or loud displays of wealth. It's a quieter, more confident world built on three pillars: history, access, and above all, privacy. It's a life measured not in euros, but in the perfect cut of a suit, the rarity of a cultural experience, and the privilege of living inside a masterpiece. It's proof that in Paris, the greatest luxury of all is to live beautifully, and to do it far from the prying eyes of the world. What part of this hidden Parisian world do you find most fascinating? The historic mansions, the haute couture appointments, or the perfectly curated days? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this glimpse into a life of true luxury, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.